Angular CLI. Right? So what is an Angular CLI? What is the use of it? It actually eases most of our job when you start coding in Angular. Right? It is used to create projects or generate an application or library code, and it helps us to perform a variety of ongoing development tasks. It can be testing, or it can be bundling, or it can be deployment, any of this, right? It eases all of this. You can generate a lot of components or services by using commands. You don't have to start writing your code from the scratch, from creating the file onwards, right? You can just type a command and Angular CLI creates files for you with some basic code in it, right? So we'll have to install Angular CLI before we can proceed on our um, course. So the basic requirement for it is you need to have Node installed on your machine. Better to have a latest version of Node. So if you do not have Node installed, please go to nodejs.org and download the latest version of Node and install it on your machine. Once you're done with that, you can check the version of Node or whether the Node is actually installed on your machine or not by typing node space dash v. Right? It will tell you the version of Node that is installed on your machine. So once you confirm that Node is installed, we are ready to install the Angular CLI. So you can say npm install -g for installing it globally at Angular/CLI. Right, so I have already installed Angular CLI in my machine, so I'm not going to install it once again. So please, you can go ahead and do, and once you're done with the installation, you can check the version by typing ng space dash dash version. So it will display a screen like this, and it will tell you what are the latest versions of Angular CLI which you have installed, what is the Node version, what is the TypeScript version. All of that will be shown here once you say ng space hyphen hyphen version, right? So let's create a basic application. Let's see if the installation is successful, perfectly installed, and then we can start with the next section. So to create a application, there is a command ng space new. You can say my first app, right? So you do this and a sample project will be created for you. It is going to take quite a while, so please wait for it. While it creates a project, it is going to create a file called package.json, and the package.json file is going to have all the dependencies which are required for your application. As you can see here, it has created all these files for you, right? We'll look at what these files are in the upcoming sessions. And now it is actually doing an npm install for all the dependencies in your package.json, right? So once you're done with this, we should be going to the folder, and you can see all the package.json and other files created. Now that our project is created, let's try to start the server and check how our page looks like in a browser. So the command for that is ng-serve. If you want to open the browser automatically, you can say --open. So it will open up a browser and it will show your application page. So as you can see here, Angular Live Development Server is listening on localhost 4200. Right, so this is a URL for your application. And you can see here all the files which it has created. It has bundled it into these files which is listed here: polyfills or main.js, runtime.js, styles.js, vendor.js. So these are the bundles which Angular has created, right? And now my application is opening up, and you can see my first app has been created. Angular is properly installed. We can start writing code.